Hey guys, what's up? It's me Pens, and today we're covering our millions deck, and it's gonna be real fast. So first, stuff that doesn't even have to do with the stand. His jump crouching heavy can be instantly cancelled into a jump for some reason. This is pretty cool for him though, because it means he can actually do this. And it's hella plus too, but it's not so plus that he just gets an infinite block string, like doing this into this, and then doing this into this. But yeah, what can happen is that to counterplay this, they can dash out. And when you see them dashing out, you cannot punish, but you can cancel your backdash into your lights, and maybe punish them if their dash is too long. It's gonna be really fucking hard to test, so forgive me for taking too long. Like that. So, I guess I didn't take too long. So, yeah, not really gonna happen all the time though. They can't mix you up by just pressing forward and then not dashing, and you just do backdash for no reason. So, yeah, they can also just walk out, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, lots of counterplay for other stuff, so there's a little counterplay to that counterplay, because like if they want to walk out or dash out, they have to watch out for the stands that can come out immediately, and they can get comboed, and then they might want to reversal. But also, you can cancel it into your invincible reversal as well, so that's pretty much neutral. And you also straight up hit him and get a full combo, which I'll show you right here. So yeah, that's really good, all for one move. Now, let's talk about his crouch. His crouch is really fucking funny. So, his crouch, a lot of the time, people's jabs will just whiff here. Riki's jab especially just whiffs here. And Millions' own jab whiffs on him crouching. The worst part is, when he does his 2S, he crouches even more. So, he can do that. So that's really good for him. Especially since he gets some projectiles. He just says, "Aight, fuck it. I'm gonna crouch under it." This happens especially to this happens especially to Akira's and Shinta's projectiles. So, pretty funny. Now, I think that's all the tech that doesn't include stand. So, let's start about the stand specific stuff. So, jump press has one use, apart from like a big ass read, because of course you can get the stand can hit. So that's an anti-million deck for you if you want to. And the stand's cooldown doesn't start, the stand cooldown is 3 seconds by the way. The stand cooldown doesn't start until the stand is gone completely from the screen. So as a person that's fighting millions, you can just make his stands like disappear for like 5 seconds by just hitting it simply like that. I'm mashing it here, and it's back now. So that's pretty bad for him. So don't use this all the time. But one good use for it is that on block here, it's really good. It's really plus, as you can see here. Like you can't even see a frame of his jab before I can jab him. So what can happen here, and this is interruptible, but if they try to interrupt it, you get to trade, so not really that good for you, is it now? Oh yeah, one more tech apart from that's not a stand move. His dash also has a low profile at the end of it, so take with that what you will. You can dash up on them, and if they try to check you with something that's not crouch jab, you get to have free pressure or even punish them. So, like, you can literally just dash through his projectile basically. So, after this, really bad. Nope. Oh. yeah, this is possible. And it might even be good on reaction, but you have to really practice it to get the timing down, because I've never practiced it in my life. But if his fucking jab is riffing here, then you'll be fine. If you test this out, if you just gotta make sure you hit the lab for a long ass time. Now, I was talking about this, it's really fucking plus. Millions can also air dash right after using his jump S, even if he has an air dash triple slip, like that. So he can do this and then do this because it's plus, or do this. Whoops. And he can also do this mid screen, by the way, but it's really neutral mid screen, as you can see. Of course, you can make a riff and then also go in for the pressure. Maybe we can go for a cross up. But yeah, people are definitely going to try and block it though. So you should be good. Because if they get hit, they get launched full screen. I don't think there's ever a double overhead here because your jump height is too fast. But you can always make it seem like you're going to do it though. So that's for jump S, and now let's start with the 5S. So 5S, it has a thing where in 5S and EX, you can hit them right as it's coming out. So for 5S, it would be like that. And for EX, it would be like, for EX specifically, it's really funny. So let's try.
Vortex tear. Whirlwind.
Like that, and it will continue going after it gets hit, even if you knock it down. So let's try that. Like that. Even after you knock it down, it's gonna keep on going. So that's really good. And for his 5S, you might think it's just useless to do on his 5S because you can just get punished and you just Shinta will gain double meter for comboing you and the stand. So, but if you use this for projectiles instead, whoops, what was that? Okay, never mind. Don't use it for that move specifically, but if you use it for Shinta's ICX, it might also not be good to use it on Shinta's ICX because it actually freezes the stand there. But I shall switch to different matchups to show this more clearly. So, different matchup, and you have a Curious Fireball here. So you can do this on reaction, and you might think to yourself, why would you ever want to do this? This is just getting rid of your stand for a few seconds. Well, it's actually useful mostly because you can just camp. You can just like evade them if this ever happens. It's really hard to time. Damn. Is it even possible on Curious Fireball? There we go. You have to be wheeling. There we go. Well, basically, what happens is that it's a tech called stand scaling, and basically, Millions and the stands are interconnected because he's a stand user, right? So Millions will actually not take the damage like an actual JoJo. He will not take the damage if the stand gets hit, but he will still take the scaling though. He will take the scaling, which means you will do less damage to him. As you see here, it counts as a 5-hit combo even though he's only been hit once, which means stuff like stuff like this. Instead of doing that much damage, damn, this is gonna be really hard to time. So yeah, while I'm talking here, some matchup is really bad, like Akira Zone. As I was saying, in the Akira matchup, it's really hard to do, first of all, and even when you do it, because of the multiple hits, it keeps your stand away from you for a longer time, way longer than just for one hit fireball. So I suggest not using it in this matchup and in the Shinta matchup. The ninjas are just privileged. But yeah, something like that for us, start doing this much damage. And that's only from 5 hits. So, of course, there are weaknesses to this tech. First of all, when they put you in Bloxton, the shit goes away. I think it would count as your chip damage instead. But combo doesn't care, like chip damage doesn't care about your combo, it always do the same amount of chip. So it's basically you're just losing the stand scaling. And if you get hit, of course, the next hit is not going to be stand scaled. And is that it? Is that all? Wait there. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, don't try to do it more than like 20 or even 10. Because after that, you can kind of get soft locked, so try not to let that happen to you. I think it's a pretty neat tech and I think you should stay in the game. But yeah, when you talk about that soft lock, when you do that, around the like 50 hit mark or something, what happens is that you, Millions, get soft lock until like Akira launches you. So try not to let that happen. Whether you get hit or something, just try to block something so you don't actually run out like that. Just stop. It's basically like parrying at that point. Just stop trying to stand scale all your stuff. So you're doing the soft lock yourself. But yeah, I think that's all of Millions' tech. Let me think of it. Yeah, there's not really anything else. This is the most interesting tech, and it's definitely really interesting because Millions gets to actually combat stoners a bit. Let me try something. I think it also works on the airport as well, yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. I'll probably make more tech guides like this a lot. Every character has some kind of tech, and there's always almost enough to make a video with it. So just don't think like only Millions has a lot of tech like this. But yeah, he does have more tech than everyone else though, that's for sure. So, thanks for watching. I hope you liked me covering the man with a million tech. And see you next time.